Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a reversal off of the highs on the Russell. Now the Russell has been very sideways today, and just in general over the past couple days. We had that huge run up a couple days ago, and then ever since then it's just gone absolutely nowhere. It doesn't matter if you look at the 60-minute chart or really any chart, it's just dead slow. So instead of looking for wave patterns and more of a trending style environment, we want to start looking for kind of the counter trend of that. We want to be looking to sell these highs to bring it right back down to the lows, because we know that today is going to be pretty typically sideways. So right now we're setting up, we've already had a 1, 2, 3 reversal, which we love to see, especially when it comes right off of the highs. Now we're just waiting for price to get into our last chance area up here where we can just hop in for a double top pattern right back down to the lows. Now this push down from these highs up here, if we do end up even testing exactly that 12.7, this high right here, or if we even break a little bit above it, obviously we're not going to be interested in that anymore. But in this case, for what we're looking for, we'll be able to sell somewhere up around here if we do come in and trigger that last chance reversal back down again. So we can get in short here, and then all of our targets are going to be pretty much right before we even hit these BMTs down here for support. So that's exactly what we like to see. That way, there's nothing really in the way. So I'm going to get my order out here ahead of time. So we've got a sell stop limit just on the table ready to go. Once we tag that last chance area, then we can look to drop the order. So we're just waiting for price to bump up. Actually, one more tick. We've got at 12.2. There we go. Perfect. So now we can drop our order here, 1211.7 looking to sell. And that will get us into the move to the downside. Now again, if we do break above and test that 12.7 area high there, then we'll just cancel the order. So we're just waiting to get a fill here, and we were filled, so perfect. Bump that stop up one tick just above that high there. Now that we're in short, we can start getting rid of some of this excess stuff on the chart, kind of cluttering it up. There's a lot of things that are looking really good, or at least in our favor on this trade. One of the big things is that, first of all, if you look at the trend filter right here, these red lines, well, I just kind of said it, they're red. They're pointing to the downside. Along with that, we've had a 1, 2, 3 reversal off of the highs. We've failed to go into the highs yet. So a lot of good things going for this trade. Now, our overall risk, we're in short at 11.7. Our stop is at 12.4. So overall, not a huge amount of risk on this one. You can always use a measuring tool. So we're risking 7 ticks in this case. A little above what I like to see. But we need to get above that high there. Now, the first target's going to be at plus 5 ticks down here at 11.2. The next target after that's going to be at 12.7 for 10 ticks. And just right floating around that BMT down here is 1209.7, our final target. Now, this is a little bit ahead. This is a little above the BMTs up here, so we might have to adjust that a little bit. But if we do get a failure up at these highs, it's expected that we're just going to come crashing right back down again. If we do see any type of bouncing at these BMTs right here, at the big BMT down at the bottom, then we'll just get out early. But overall, we should be able to break through it no problem. With a sideways range, usually the moving averages in general don't help really at all. You know, you've got price action kind of going back and forth, and the moving averages kind of get chopped up in the middle. So they really don't help us a whole lot in either direction. So we'll be looking to break through those. So we are short. Taking a little bit of heat on the position overall, but still waiting for the market to push down. And again, once we get that first target off at plus 5, then we can start to move these a little bit more in our favor and drop the stop where we need them to just kind of protect ourselves a little bit in this position. So what we'll do is we're just waiting for the market to push down from here, kind of slow. It's only 8:53. The Russell doesn't open up for another 40 minutes or so, so pretty dead period right now. So we'll come back in a little bit and we'll see if we can get these targets filled. All right, we're back. We just had that first target filled there. So we got plus 5 locked up. Now, stop automatically moves to break even just to lock out the rest of the risk. And again, we're looking to the downside a little bit further to 1210.7 for the 10-tick target and 1209.7 for the 20-tick target. So we are, again, we're quite a bit before the market actually opens for 9:30. So the markets are really slow right now. We did have a really big run up from non-farm payrolls, but that move is pretty much kind of exhausted itself. So now we're just kind of waiting for the market to hopefully pick up a little bit and get this move going to the downside to fill our target. So we'll come back in a little bit once we get these filled, and then we can see how we turn out. All right, guys, we're back. We're just now testing the BMT down here, and just to protect ourselves, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump my stop just a couple ticks above here, just in case we do get a bounce. I don't want to really squander this winner. We've come a tick away already. That's close enough for me to start locking up my profit on this move. Overall, it's been a really, really good move down. We did have a little bit of fluctuation here where we bumped our stop back a little bit. It automatically moved to break even at +5, but because our risk was so small at that point, we had already taken off half the position, we were looking at more of just trailing it up. So we just bumped the stop right back up to the highs here. And then what we did is just basically look to trail it right back down again, which we now actually just filled that final target. So we did take a little bit of heat after we got that first target at +5, came back a little bit, but ever since then we came basically tumbling straight back down again. So overall, other than a little bit of fluctuation on the trade management just to kind of get us to hold in a little bit longer, a really solid trade. So we had 2 contracts off at +5, 1 off at +10, and then 1 off at 20 for a total of 40 ticks or $400 on the trade. So overall, really good trade. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade, and don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. Have a good one.